device. Let's see. Okay, there's the audio. There's my... There we are. I can see that it is working now. Properties. New. The desktop audio is what's coming through my speakers. Let's see. Oh. Okay, it doesn't say that it's coming through. Let's try this again. Well, I don't know. But you guys can hear me now, and that's the important part. If you can hear the game, oh well, who cares? Alright, so anyways, we got trigger warnings up in this piece. Alright? It says it doesn't have... Thanks, Ma! I don't think you can hear the game though, which is not a huge deal. But yeah, there are content warnings, there's death, there's dying, there's some implied sexual content, like that kind of stuff. Alright, this is craziness. This is a very fun game. I enjoy this game. Hang on. I really wish I remembered how to do all this. Been a little while. Nope, we don't need audio filters. Let's try this. Nope. Okay. Wake up! Warning. Mature content. So we started up. Wake to chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke. Fire! I've done the Colonel Sanders one, and I always do voices in that. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here, or what on Vertumna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Remember, Winnie, remember. Remember, Winnie, remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Oh, there's somebody over there. She's a person. Your body aches, and your eyes burn from the smoke. Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? What's going on? You try to speak, but the words come out jumbled. Your throat seizes around a lungful of choking smoke and you feel dizzy and confused. I know who that is, but that's because I've played the game before. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. I forgot about this, by the way. Glowing eyes! You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog? Like from Earth? The creature howls and lunges, its jaws open, and then you get eaten. Nom 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 nom. No. No. I was a teenage exocolonist. I wish I could figure out how to get this sound working. Like, so annoying. Yeah. You know what? Let me see if I can. Audio output capture. Let's see. Add existing desktop audio. Okay. Let's see. Nope. Clicking the wrong buttons again. I'm just messing with stuff in, I use OBS Studio. So I am trying to figure this out desperately. Just for y'all. I don't know. You are born on the Stratospheric, Earth's first colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens, hydroponic farms, which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Unlike the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vertumna 4 in the hope that they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and traditions. They named you, let's see, Solanacea. Sounds like Boadicea. Solana, Selene, something else. We're gonna go something else. They named me... Let's see. Oh, hey! Trying to figure out my name here. I liked, let's see, I kind of like Solanacea, but I'm not huge on it. Ostara. Well, that's a time of year it is. I actually like that. That's perfect. Ostara it is. Good job. You're a bright-eyed child with an active imagination. Too active, your mom says. So I am, so you can, go they, them, she, her, and like have a sliding scale of where you are. Now I'm gonna go, I'm definitely girl. I'm sorry, that's how I roll. But we're gonna lean a little bit more towards the she, they spectrum. Feminine appearance. We're gonna go feminine appearance. And you could always change the sliders if you think that your character's like feeling a little more different here. You have vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles, and strange animals. You wonder if this is what Vertumna will be like. So on the left side here, you can see, I'm like using my hand. You can't see my hand, but you can see the mouse. So these are obviously all of the my brain is blanking on the word that I want. These things that tell you about your person. Whatever, who cares? Okay. Every child on the stratospheric, I'm not even gonna try, is given one genetic enhancement. By age 6, you see the first signs of yours. I could have eagle eyes, extra fingers, an absorbent brain, super strength, a calm temperament, or nothing at all. I went absorbent brain the last time I played this because that is just, I love that kind of shit. But I think we're gonna go with a calm temperament on this one. It says nothing can faze you. You're rarely frustrated and you don't let anxiety get the better of you. I wish people. You brush insults aside, always play nice, and never have to be told that sharing is caring. That's because I'm awesome. Plus 10 empathy. All the empathy. You're especially nice to your friend. Energetic and loyal Anemone. Tough and gentle Cal. Bold and confident Mars. quiet and adventurous Dis, studious and mature Tangent, or shy and sweet Tammy. Last time I was all about my boy Cal over here. This is Cal here. I do like Anemone. I'm debating going with Mars or Dis this time. This is Mars and this is Dis. They don't show Tangent and Tammy. I like Dis, but I think I'm going to choose Mars for some benefits. Yeah, I think I'm going to choose Mars. Mars is a natural leader. Whenever you're all playing together, Mars is the one who comes up with all the ideas. She can be a little bossy, but that's part of her charm. She always organizes fun stuff for the kids after class. You're both founding members of the Secret Fun Times Club. But I am going to eventually... I get stressed. I am going to eventually befriend Dis, for reasons that you will find out later. You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Hal says it's like a doorway to other star systems, with the planet Fortuna 4 on the other side. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. I just love the art. Like this, look at how cute this character is. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble. Then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods, just in case. The emergency area. I love Mom too. Like, look at how badass Mom is. Like, the shaved head, the tattoos, the stretched ears. Like, I love Mom. Mom is my favorite. 100%. I love Dad too, but I love Mom. Since the emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine, Astara. Your dad soothes will be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we've practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Mom's a badass. I'm just saying. Red emergency lights switch on as a siren begins to sound somewhere in the distant ship. Somewhere distant in the ship. Wow, reading. You try to breathe slowly like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out a porthole. The stars are gone. Oh no. When you're frightened, you put on a tough face. I can't do that. Get in touch with your emotions or find a distraction. Let's see. Find a distraction is what I do in real life. Let's be real. I am absolute queen right now of dissociating and what's it called? The daydreaming one. It's late. My brain is not functioning properly. I can't think of attributes, by the way. That's the word I wanted for all of these. The attributes. Holy bejesus. Anywho. I think I'm going to get in touch with my emotions. Oh, I'm going to stress cry. I do that too. You bawl like a baby. It feels good. You aren't the only one. Nearby, your classmate Tammy has tears streaming down her cheeks. Look at Tammy, she's so cute. Mars is trying to quietly console her. She sighs as your crying makes Tammy wail even more loudly. Your dad puts his arms around you as you let it out. So again, love Mom, I love Dad. In this one, your mom is a badass toughie. And your mom is like this strong, like, takes no shit. Like, I love them so much. They did so good. You wait. The shaking builds. Then everything starts to get very weird. Hang on, I gotta close this. There we go. Then everything starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches. stretches, and you're stretching too. Your arms impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? Gee, you think? You hear the distant, ominous squeal of metal giving way. As the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion, there isn't much sound right now. Which is, I mean, it's good, but like, why are we not having audio here, people? Why is the audio not working? Let's find out if that worked. Nope, that didn't work. I'm gonna have to play with this later and figure it out. Figure out why this is not working. Because it's gonna drive me crazy. It's gonna drive me coconuts. Yes, I wanted to leave the desktop audio. Hang on, let me try this. Audio input, output caption. Okay. Default. What if I do speakers? Let's see. If I add the speakers. Well, let's find out. Here's the test. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow that everything is going to be okay. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall, head first. You black out. Oh no. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. And more than just one tomorrow. Lots of them. Different tomorrows. Oh, thanks. I have to make my own. The sound is from the game isn't working. You find yourself in a place you know from your dreams. You stand on a ridge overlooking a great mountainous chasm. Chasm? Wow, Savannah. Hot air buffeting your face. A great serpent dragon rises from the depths, uncoiling seemingly from nothing. A strong young man, a stranger but strangely familiar, sits astride the beast and extends his hand to you to join him. Don't give up, he encourages you. It's easy to hate what you don't know, but you have to be brave to be kind. Now my head, I have that cruel to be kind song stuck in my head. Distantly, you can feel the ship's shaking has stopped, and you hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh, sorry. You drift. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the medbay. The medbed under you plays a soft tone, and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. They may now be safely discharged. Up and out, unconscious for 2 weeks, homie. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. Sunlight? Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. Pardon. You peer out and see fields, glass-walled domes, walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere and people walking around. Outside. On the ground? What? You better get out there and join them. Let's see. Am I going to rush or am I going to cautious? We're gonna be cautious. So cautiously step outside to my new life. Hey. Okay, so this is like the really fun part. You get to kind of like walk around a little bit. Strato Colony. Oh, Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake! Are you all better? You better go see your dad. She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. Click on the ground, blah, blah, blah. I already know how to play. You can click on them to talk to them. I'll talk to Tammy. Tammy looks concerned. You slept for so long after you bumped your head, she says. I bet your parents were worried. Your dad is working over in geoponics near those domes. They're called greenhouses. I would go with you, but, well, this is as far as I've been from the ship since we landed. It's scary outside. Oh, poor little Tammy. So this is the colony. That's my dad. See my dad? He's got a little speech bubble. We're going to run around a little bit. There's a bunch of stuff going on here. That's where you just came from. Where we just came from. Let's see if there's anything fun around here. Command. Command is a warren of long hallways with doors off to tiny nondescript offices. Everyone you pass seems to be hurrying off to something important. Ooh, excuse me. The end of one hallway opens into the supply depot, which works as both requisitions office and general store. Beyond it are cavernous warehouses stacked high with supplies from Earth, now being gradually unpacked and distributed. I'm going to see what's on the notice board. Colony food shortfall, 100% low. Colony security rating, evaluating. Sorry. Upcoming event. We will be hosting our first annual Vertonalia Festival during the second month of Dust. Chief Administrator Seek. Notice. Take precautions outside the colony boundaries. Xenofauna have been sighted in the area. Survey teams are investigating. Chief Surveyor Tonin. Current Council in Administration. Governor Udicott, Command. Chief Administrator Seek, Command. Security Chief Rhett, Garrison. Chief Engineer Instance, Engineering. Chief Cultivator Flulu, Geoponics. That's your dad. Chief Steward Antecedent, Quarters. Chief Surveyor Melatonin, Expeditions. I love the names that they chose for these people, like Instance, Antecedent, and and Melatonin. Like, I love them. I love them so much. So like Ostara kind of actually matches because it's something from the past that people don't understand. So let's see what Dad has to say. Ostara! Your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. I do voices, shut up. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Aw, I love my dad. Welcome to Vertumna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratospheric from the outside, except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two, and parts taken off to form other buildings and a big wall around the community, the colony. Blah, 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 blah. The alien jungle creeps up right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. What's up, Thunderbolts? Oh, don't worry about that, my dear aubergine, he says. Nothing that could hurt you. We just don't want you getting lost in the big world out there. I don't want to get lost in the big world, Dad. Oh, before I forget. He pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? He asks. You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in medbay. Happy birthday! Your birthday already? You feel a dizzying sense of deja vu. You stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what is in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. I'm going to tell him I know. You describe the medallion, and your dad tisks as he hands you the package. Aw, who ruined the surprise? Was it Seek? I bet it was Seek. They hate fun. He grins and adds, don't tell them I said that. You start to explain that nobody told you, but someone shouts your dad's name. I assume, like, somebody calling him goes like this, goes, I make myself laugh. His name is Flulu. Flulu. Makes me think of, what's his face? Vidas? Anywho. Listen, I'm so sorry, Ostara, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed, and don't worry. We're gonna fix it, your mother and I. Ugh. Professor Hal's expecting you in classes. If you're feeling up to it, your dad says, pointing west to the engineering wing and the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out of earlier. Or you can relax in our quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, then kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Ostara. I love you. Love you too, Dad! Yeah. There are 13 months a year and 10 years to the end of the game, guys. So that's the thing. I could go talk to different people. Let's talk to Dis. Like I said, I'm gonna befriend him. You see Dis sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate in the wall to the south, where the grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly without looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need the walls? You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong that you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wrinkly. For years in space, you've had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Your dad always told you that dreams weren't real. Breaking from your daydream, Dis whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I believe you. No, you don't. You're being sarcastic, I can tell. Nobody believes me. He turns his back and ignores you. They're huge and wrinkly and dangerous. Stop making fun of me. You're as bad as Mars. Wasn't making fun of you, homeboy. Chill the fuck out. Oh, what's up, Anemone? Hiya, Star! She reminds me of Pinkie Pie. Anemone seems really at home here. She is rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from snow on Earth. It's cold, but still neat. You can make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a little. Anemone is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded near her. Why aren't you in school? School! I wondered where everybody was. I guess I'm going to be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried to you. It's okay. Professor Hal is chill. He won't mind, but we should probably go now. Hey, race ya? No fair. She's getting a head start. Let's wander around a little bit again. So I think that's the class. That's where you live. Let's see what else we got. That's the geoponics. That's command, where we just were. So this is the ship, by the way. You can see where it said that it broke it in half. So that's the front half, and then there's the back half of the ship. So we'll go in here. We'll go to class. Let's see. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to the teaching labs in medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of this wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. Don't forget to study hard, Ostara! She's so cute! I love her. I love the stickers, too. The stickers make me happy. So let's see. Do I study life sciences? So I get +2 biology and +1 reasoning, or humanities, where I get creativity and persuasion. I think I'm going to choose humanities. I think I'm going to try to be more of the bardish. I am going to eventually, kind of branch out here. I do want to study a lot of animals, and I want to get perception up, definitely. Reasoning, I'm going to try to get up. So see, it tells you what everything is, which is kind of neat. Yeah, understanding other people, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. We're going to study humanities, people. Welcome, Ostara! He reminds me of Santa. Professor Hal greets you. I hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities, history, literature, language, media, and philosophy. And yes, if you're lucky, we have a little ancient earth poetry, too. He seems excited about that last bit. By the way, if anyone is interested in taking engineering classes, please register through Congruence's scheduling system when you have a chance. She'll be helping me teach them. Today's assignment is an easy one, because I was up late repairing Congruence's subterminal and could use a nap. I'd like you to write an essay on what the Vertumna colony means to you. Should I doodle? Let's see. We're not going to choose that one. My friends are all here. You write about your buds and the fun things you do together. When Hal wakes up from his nap, he asks a few students to read their essays to the class. Mars likes yours because you mention her in it. When you work or go to class, you'll play a quick card challenge as the month passes. Move cards to fill up the 5 panes and make the best hand you can. Yes, order matters. If your total on the circle to the right reaches the goal value, you win. Depending on your cards, some challenges can't be won, but you still get a reward for doing your best. Bonus for flushes, same color together. Bonus for pairs, same number together. So let's see. Bonus for straights, increasing from left to right. The more cards in a flush, pair, or straight, the higher bonus added to your total. Cards can also affect each other and can be arranged to find the best total score. So this is a pretty cool, little thing. So, probably one of the best things to do would be that. So see, do you guys see how I did that? So we did the blues together, right? The 1, 2, 3 zeros together, and then 1, 2, 3 yellows together. So it's a +1 for the flush, +3 for 3 of a kind, +3 for the flush. And then obviously it adds the 1, 2, right? So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a +1 bonus from my Sun Medallion. So I win! Says your skills increase when you work or go to school, with extra skills if you win the challenge and a kudos bonus if you make the highest scoring hand with your cards, which I did. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working if it reaches 100. To relieve stress, take a month off to relax in the quarters ring. So see, I got creativity. I didn't get as much stress because I have the calm temperament. And I get the kudos. So if you watch, these are going to go up in a second. So creativity. Oh no, they have gone up. Creativity, persuasion. It says your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know growing food is an important job, and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away, but there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up on the stratospheric, when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed. Though you can tell they're exhausted, they make an effort to spend time with you. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry. Your dad says your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her garden tiller, which also serves as a crutch. Have you been holding up? I learned some stuff in school. I'm glad to hear that. Your mom says, I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Your dad smiles. And Professor Hal will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it's open. So see, there's the kudos up there. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom, I think there are lots of different ways to learn. And school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future, and if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas for how you can spend your time. And come by geoponics. We could use your help. I could shovel dirt. Hydroponics? Let's talk to Anemone. Anemone. Go! Yeah. Ah, nice save, Ostara. Not. Want me to show you how you do it? I don't like sports ball. What? No way. There's nothing funner. How can you not like fun? A shrug. Anemone sticks her tongue through the gap in her teeth. Oh, look at a cute little gap. Well, you should come play sports ball with us anyway. You can play goalie. It's easy. But balls will fly at your head a lot. That's what she said. So here's the sports ball in the garrison. I love that it's called sports ball. It makes me giggle. What up, home slice? I don't want to dare him to eat a worm. You find your mom hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plans pinned to the wall of your family's quarters for years now. These geodesic, I love that word, geodesic, domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth. Spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. Woohoo! She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do? Remember, Ostara, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time, so long as it's productive. She points towards the engineering wing in the back half of the Stratospheric's severed frame. I'm going to check something real quick. Nope, okay. That's my mom, Flulu. Oh no, my mom is Flulu. Sorry. She's chief culturator. I forgot who my dad's. We'll find out what my dad's name is in a minute. Professor Hal's still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help with the work around here. Can I join expeditions? You're too young. Your father would be worried. For now, stay inside the walls. Okay, bye. So let's find out what Dad's name is. Hello, my little potato. My little potato. Geranium. There you go. Yeah, that's my dad's name. What have you been up to today? Playing in the fresh air. Vertumna is magnificence, isn't it? Seasons! I missed seasons. Back on Earth it got much, much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our spark snow. You just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky, and it'll be real hot then. You'll see. Yay! Let's see what else there is to do. Oh, there's my girl Mars. Hey, Astara, come here. I have a job for you. Not very good at whistling, otherwise I would whistle. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here. The spark snow would ruin my clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Ugh. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out there in all this weather. Since you like running around in it, could you fetch them for me? Okay. Good. She's probably just down the hill near our quarters. She's scared to take more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. All right, bestie. I got you, boo. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to click her. Oh, hello, Stara. Do you need something? I'm here for Mars's soy sweets. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. She hands you a box wrapped in a pink and yellow scarf. One order of mango soy sweets, made fresh this morning. Please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back, okay? She used some of her kudos to nanoprint it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares too. Oh. What do you want to talk about, cutie? Back on the ship, I was her study partner. Tammy was just awful at Earth history. She thought Europe was the name of an English queen and the Pacific was a famous ceasefire treaty. Facts go in one of her huge ears and out the other. No matter how hard she tried, she never seemed to improve. When her ears perk up hopefully when she sees you. Hello, Star. I was hoping you could help me with some homework. Of course. Oh, thank you. Spent a couple hours trying to teach her the difference between exothermic and endothermic reactions. One makes heat, one absorbs it. Why is it so hard for her to understand? The thing is, Tammy never loses heart when she fails a test or gets an answer wrong. It's inspiring, even though sometimes you feel like you get dumber after studying with her. Alright, let's bring Mars her sweets. What up, homegirl? I want half. The audacity. She glares at you and you stare back defiantly. Ugh, okay, fine. She eventually relents with a small smile. You did fetch them and all. Yay. You split the box of soy sweets with Mars and sit to eat some with her. They're great. Tammy's a good baker, but I wish she wasn't so scared of everything. Sure, the weather is gross, but it's not dangerous. Oh, right. Administrator Seek's looking for someone to do delivery jobs for the depot. I don't want to do it because, like, you running around here? No. just go through there and tell them I referred to you. Thanks, Mars. That might be what I do. Oh, I need toughness 10 or organizing 10. Oh, I have organizing 10, so we're good. Chief Administrator Sleek greets you at the depot. They look you up and down. Ostara, you've never struck me as particularly responsible or organized, but children never are. What makes you think you'd be a good fit for the position of courier? You didn't realize there was going to be a job interview. But I am organized. Cleaning your bedroom once in a while isn't the same thing. But lucky for you, you're the only applicant this week. You've got the job, for now anyways. Come back in a few minutes and you can help make deliveries. Yes, there will be kudos in it for you if you do it correctly. Well, bite me, bitch. Oh, sorry, that was wrong. So I get plus 10 organizing, plus 1 perception. Oh, and my friendship with Mars goes up. We're gonna do this. Seek sends you all around the colony delivering supplies. During your first week, it's mostly small things you can carry by hand and push on a little cart. Stuff like tools and electronics. Some are high priority, which means you have to move fast. It's fun getting to yell, "Important delivery coming through!" And people actually get out of the way. All right. Plus 1 to a social card. Okay. So what we're gonna do, that, 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 and that. Super goal! Bam! I win! Done. Haha. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody is about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning you were sure Professor Hal was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Hal walked away, his hash browns safe for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff that you know can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body into the colony recycler. Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall their faces, when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. But what if those things haven't happened yet? But they will someday. Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick, or that you're sick and need to go to medbay. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? You don't want people to worry. Your parents have so much on their minds already. You have a feeling that something is happening at Geoponics that they don't want you to know. You don't understand it, but when they come home at night, they look real sad. You don't want to make that worse. You just keep going to classes and staying out of trouble. It'll be easy for everyone, yourself included. Mid-quiet. Late quiet. What up, homie? I'm bored. This is boring. What up, home slice? Cal's a cutie pie. Cal's riding around the Geoponics gardens on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off, but catches his balance before you can start. Hi, Ostara! Hill ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. We all have to adapt. Yeah, things are actually way, way better planetside. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this! He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like something amazing. Look at this! It's a skate pole! Oh, what now? It's like all around and the sides go up, so you can do hover tricks. I'm just gonna watch him. Spend a lazy hour watching Cal ride around the bowl, trying to do tricks and sometimes even landing them. Mostly he falls, but he's right back on a moment later. The air is so fresh and nice out here. It's weird experiencing temperature. You start to get a little chilly as the first sun goes down and the slightly cooler, more blue sun rises. Cal, of course, doesn't notice at all. Let's find Dis. There he is. What up, homie? Oh, you found me. Dang. Let's whine at her. Him. You step cautiously through the colony gates. Hey there, kiddo. Uncle Tonin blocks your way with a smile. I'm afraid expedition is off limits for now. It's not safe out there for kids. You'd better toughen up so you can join the squad when you're older. Alright, leave. We'll figure out how to do bravery later in a minute. Let's find some stuff out. Ah, here she is. Tangent is hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Howell wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog on the colony holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. Plants? Tried looking outside? Let's make our own list. Tangent is dubious, but agrees to try your idea. Two of you run around the colony yard, taking pictures of all the different Vertumnus plants you can find and making up fake sciencey sounding names for them, like Wonkius shrubbius and Parplius gracium. After an hour, you've categorized 51 different species. Tange doesn't think it's a very complete list or a very scientific method, but she figures she must have learned something. So this is Tangent. So let's see. Playing sports ball ups my bravery and my toughness. So I might want to do that at some point. I can't register for that yet. I can study life sciences. I can study humanities. I can come over here. I can relax, and that'll get my stress up. Stress down, I should say. Or I can come up here. Let's see. I can deliver supplies. That gets my organizing and perception up. Wait, there's one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. I can go here. And I can shovel dirt. That gets my toughness up. You know what? I'm gonna shovel some dirt. It's your first day in the glorious world of agricultural soil conveyance. Oh boy! Good morning, Ostara. Looks like you're looking for your old lady. Hope you don't expect me to go easy on you just because you're my daughter. She walks you around the geoponics wing and points out where everything is. Your job is to move sod, compost, plants, garden waste, and equipment from one place to another. Get comfortable with this, she says, pushing a squeaky, old-fashioned wheelbarrow towards you. Any questions before you start moving that dirt? Let's get to work. That's my girl! Your arms start to ache after the first half an hour of work, but you keep going. By the end of the month, you feel utterly drained and exhausted, and good somehow. You feel your muscles growing. So now we're gonna do more. Looking for more difficulty? This harder card challenge option will keep you on your toes. Want to focus on the story? This will replace future minigames with a quick coin flip based on your age and skills. You can change either option at any time from the settings menu. Alright, so let's do this. Are you ready? We're gonna go wondering, calm temperament, first words, and then first steps. So, looks like there is another way for me to win this. But what that way is, I am not sure. We're just going to win it because we're at 11. So I get 4 toughness, 6 kudos because I got a best score, and I got 12 stress. So I'm pretty stressy. So let's take a look. Hang on a second. We're going to check that the weather has changed because we're in pollen season. So I've got 82 out of 100. I've got nobody watching me, but that's okay. So now we're going to run around. So I love how pollen gets fuzzy in the background. It's very cool. To me, at least. So there's no ... dots next to people. When there's no ... dots, that just means that there's nothing fun that you can really do. You can kind of hang out with some of the people. Let's see what he's doing. No, I can't dare him yet. So let's see, what am I going to do? We're going to go to class. We're going to learn some things this month. We're going to do... We're going to study life sciences. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologists and up-and-coming chemists. This afternoon we will learn what I like to call the wet sciences. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. All right, let's see. So, we're going to go... We're going to put that one there. No, that's not what we're going to do. Boom. Okay, so I didn't get the best score, but that's okay. I'm not overly concerned about it. You wake from an afternoon nap. The dream you're in is one you've had many times. The air is strangely pink and fluffy, kind of sticky, and you have to push your way through it. It feels like every step you takes an eternity. You push through the pink cloud and emerge into the children's creche, a room you know well, to see your friend Tammy standing before an enormous bear made of pure light. It lunges at her, through her, and she collapses to the ground like a fainting fairy tale princess. You wake with your heart racing. Tammy is leaning over you where you've been sleeping in a nest of pillows. She shakes your shoulder gently. Oh, I'm sorry, Ostara. I think you are having a nightmare. Are you okay? Are you? Nothing bad happened in the dream, but you feel sick with dread. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Seton is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy the creche first. Then I'll meet you there. Same stuff for me, okay? Tammy skips off towards the creche, humming to herself. You feel groggy and need a minute to clear your head. A dream. Wait, go save Tammy. You sprint down the hall to the children's creche, where the little kids play and learn during the day. It's empty. All the younger kids are probably off eating candy with antecedent. You spot Tammy tidying up some drawing supplies near the craft bins. Above her, a hollow projector displays an enormous floating teddy bear made of purple light. It bobs silently in the air. Mr. Bearsworth. A decade of happy memories playing with it flashes through your mind in an instant. Tammy stands up on her toes, reaches for the switch to turn it off. You slam into her, knocking her off her feet onto the ground. At the same moment, the hollow projector sparks and explodes. The bear disappears and the whole room goes dark. In the dim emergency lighting, you see Tammy's eyes wide, with surprise and fear. She sits up and rubs her elbow, staring at you. Sorry, are you hurt? It's okay. Why did you do that? Ow! I just saved your life. My life? How? You try to explain that the hollow projector was going to shock her, but she doesn't seem to understand. What? How? It's Mr. Bearsworth. It's just a toy. She doesn't believe you, but that's okay. You're just happy that you followed your dream and got here in time. You decide not to mention the dream since she seems weirded out already. After a minute, the lights come back on. The projector is dead, a thin trickle of stinky smoke coming from the base. Don't worry. Professor Hal can fix it. He can fix anything. By the time you find the professor and finish cleaning up, you've forgotten all about the pink candy in the cafeteria. What up, Tinge? Ostara, we need to discuss my brother. Who? Dis? Yes, Dis. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He just never come home at night. Sometimes I'm not very good on very good terms with my brother of late, but people are becoming worried. You know what? I'm gonna end this stream. That was fun. Nobody's watching. Deuces.